Hello, welcome to the second version of my Plexchat tutorial. I do understand that there is a large cascading image here. Pay that no mind for the moment. I am making this video because as of late we've found new ways to improve the overall Plexchat experience to put it into your streams. I do have a mini guide down here in the corner. Don't mind it too much, but I do want to make sure I have everything covered this time around. So, without further ado, let's begin. First thing I want to do right now is add a new browser source. Create a new browser, of course. Right now, before I get any further, I'm going to hide it from the screen here, so nothing will be obscured this time. You're going to want to put in your own stream. For the purposes of this video, I will use PyGuys, so plexstorm.com. Right. Stream, I believe it's /stream/pi. I will double check this in just a second. I have it in the background. I will just grab it. So, why make the mistake, right? Just grab your own stream. The width, before I used to say that the width had to be 993 or higher. I'm gonna go with 1920 just to be on the safe side. Um, you'll see why in a moment. The height can be variable. You can leave it at 600. You can lower it to 500 or raise it higher. This will affect how many lines are visible of the chat at any one time. The FPS, ideally you'd want to leave it at 1 FPS. So I'm going to hit OK now. As you can see, the bar got a lot larger and it's capturing the browser. If I turn this on, see a stream. I don't believe you're going to hear it because I've already made sources before where the volume is muted. Of course, you could see the chat over here. We want this and only this. We have the rest here. If you go into the gee, well, Pi Guy's being very generous. Uh, anyway, so you're gonna want to right click on your browser source. You could change it to whatever name. Let's just change it to Plex Chat to Electric Boogaloo. I'm going to go into the interact. This allows me to see the screen and actually interact with it. You guys see that? Let me bring this down so you can see it better. This thing. You want to scroll down on the interact, interacting with PlexChat 2. I'll hide this for now. There we go. Sorry. So interact with the chat. Make sure this is paused. Make sure this is muted. I actually cannot interact with it while it's not showing. But just know that you're going to want to pause it here on the interact and that. And I will hide this for the time being. And I will go into the filters tab. Now you're going to want to add a few filters in here. The first one you're going to want to add is a crop filter. Crop pad. The numbers on these are going to change for the width at least. You're going to want to remove, I believe, 75 off of the top, approximately 75. As you can see, it keeps the top line there. You're going to want to remove, I believe it's 25. No, it is, I believe it's a 50. I mean, you can tweak it here, as you can see. I think 40 is fine. You're going to want to remove 10 off the right because the last 10 doesn't do anything. As for the left, you're going to want to increase the cropping. As you can see, it's zooming in on here now. I'm going to put 1600 to start with, and then I'm going to scroll it back down until the chat is perfectly on screen. You can use the mouse wheel to fine tune like this. 1570 looks like a good number for the 1920. You could probably go a little more extreme if you'd like. Go off a little closer. As for the bottom, as you can see, there's a little bit of that dark. So I'm going to increase that a little bit as well. Now when I turn it on, we have just the chat flying around. So that's already great. If you want to continue on this, there are a few more things you can do. I see the stream has stopped now. You can add custom CSS. This is something I found out recently, and this is kind of the reason why I'm making the video. I realized too that I'm stuttering a little bit more, and I got tripped up a little bit too. Thanks, Pi. You should watch him, by the way. He's great. I'm gonna take another one of my chats here. Save those changes. It does not matter. So you can see in here, I have a .lg code. I'm gonna put these into the description if you need them. The rest doesn't really work, so don't worry about that. Just this line is going to matter. So let's go back over here. I'm gonna put it into the CSS. This font size right here, mine is 1.5. This is the font size. Changing this number will change how large the font appears. So I'm just gonna hit OK at 1.5. No, 1 point. I don't know. That might be a little bit too late for me to do this because I don't think the chat's going to appear now. But that would be how you change the chat. Um, this crop should be the same. It shouldn't matter. The next one you'd want to apply is the chroma key. Just call it a chroma key. It does not matter. Use the color picker if you'd like. Select the color here by picking the screen color, and then just select the purple in the background. It's okay. This will completely remove the purple background from it. From that point, you want to turn off the similarity and the smoothness. Put them both to 0. And keep the color spell reduction at 100 if you like the text on the chat to have a gray appearance. Or if you like that slight purple tint, you can put it down to 0. Opacity allows you to change exactly how transparent or not it is. So if you'd like your text to not be as strongly presented on your stream because you have something behind it, then you could lower it if you like. Let's see, there is another thing I need to add here. Pick color spell. Aha, a sharpness filter. This is optional, and if you're using a lower scale like 720p, you may want to add it. This sharpen allows the smaller text sizes to be more easily seen. Again, you won't be able to see it here, but leaving it at the 0.08 is perfectly fine. I would not change this amount, and it's totally optional. Uh, Finally, I will go. I think that is it actually. Okay, so that's all you'd have to do. As you can see here, you have to create a browser source. You need to put in your streamer URL, 1920 for the height, for the width, sorry, and 500 more or less for the height. Keep it at 1 FPS if you can. Use the custom CSS for changing the font size. Interact with the video, mute and pause it. Crop the filter on the top by 75, on the right by 10, and on the bottom by 50. And you could use a chroma key and color pick to remove the background. Use zero similarity and smoothness so you don't accidentally overwrite the text colors. And keep 100 color spell reduction out of 1000 so you can have a gray text instead of the purple if you'd prefer. The opacity, again, is for if you want to make your text a little bit transparent. And the sharpness filter is purely optional, but I find that it helps readability a little bit. Don't go overboard because then it's going to look horrible. Now, the problem is that the next time you're going to boot up your stream, the next time you're going to boot up OBS, in fact, the next time your stream goes live, the video will autoplay again. So while the video isn't playing now, obviously he shut it down. What I can do is I will show you that I can turn off the crop. You can see it in the filter here. And you can pause the video again by going back onto it and interacting, pausing the video again and muting it if it's needed, and then going back onto the filter and recropping. As you can see, the placement of this box has remained in the same location. So disabling and enabling it is very hassle-free. As you can see, a little bit here sticking out, so I didn't quite crop it perfectly. Again, 50. And it's very easy to fix. That's all you have to do. Every time, just go back, interact with it again after you uncrop it, pause the video again when you go live, and recrop it just by clicking the eye icon. Hopefully this helps you. If you have any questions, you can DM me on the Plexstorm Discord. I go by JessFest on there, or Jess. Or you can ask for me in support if you'd like. I don't have a problem. I'm usually on at least once a day, so if I see your question, I'll be able to answer it within the day. That's all. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope this helps you.